So I don't know how this ended up in my feed. I'm originally from London, Ontario, and there's a lot of skepticism around this. I don't know much about this brand or who this guy is. I've just come across these few interviews, and then that's put me into the funnel of content that he's creating. So in this video, they talk about London, Ontario. This is where I'm originally from, and the change that we've seen because of the safe injection site. So here's an interview, someone who's actually spent time in that, talking about the outcome of that on the community, the homelessness, the drug use. And why did this interest me? First of all, I'm from London, Ontario, so there was some interest there. And generally, we've seen this movement towards some of these decriminalization cities or test beds, London being one of them, with this safe injection. And then we've seen Vancouver really push back after all of the problems that have come out of these efforts, people dying, people addicted, making the streets less safe. And I think this was relatively an experiment that in some cases made sense. We've got Pierre from the Conservative, we've got Trudeau here. If you don't know, the Canadian politics, the Liberal leader who's currently in power on 8 years and most likely on his way out. And then now Conservatives obviously railing against this because of the detrimental effects that it's had on the city. Only if you're in London, Ontario are you probably interested in checking out this video. But it put me down this rabbit hole and what we've seen of, even in my mind, consider myself like very progressive in a lot of ways. But some of the experiments that we've done, sort of one of my theories right now is that a lot of these liberal sort of experiments have failed. And I don't know if it was the intent was good, the execution was poor. Was the intent good? I think it seemed like it was. Like the safe spaces, instead of having dirty needles that were causing more infections, you could have a safe place to go and use these substances. I think in a way that all makes sense. It just seems like it's not necessarily been executed properly. And what we've seen after this, I believe that the budget for this safe space was voted upon in London, and it was not passed. So now they don't have the budget that they need to continue this, and so really shows the pushback against some of this, and lots of interviews here with the people in the neighborhood and everything. So I think we'll see a continued trend of this. I think it's sad that in some cases there's a lot of healthy. For example, I'm more focused on psychedelics when used in a valuable way, but it seems the opioids and some of these other pieces not been successful.